मैंने बढ़ा दिया है। ये अभी भी है, बहुत स्ट्रॉन्ग है ये वाली, नीचे वाली है ना तो कॉर्नर में बहुत ज़्यादा तेज है। फिर ब्राइट कर दी।
We're about to begin very shortly as our guests will be here with us any moment.
उनको बोलो भी चेंज नहीं करेंगे। Pranav sir, Pranav sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together to extend a very warm welcome to Honorable Union Minister of Chemicals and Fertilizers and Health and Family Welfare, Dr. Mansukh Mandaviya, and Honorable Union Minister of Petroleum and Natural Gas and Housing and Urban Affairs, Shri Hardeep Singh Puri. Can we please have a huge round of applause? We also have with us Mr. Prabda, CEO and MD, HMEL. Can we also have a huge round of applause? And Mr. Kamal Nanavati. Can we please applaud for him as well? I'd request all the gentlemen to please join us here for the lamp lighting ceremony. Lamp lighting ceremony here in India is an epitome of good luck, and it dispels darkness from light. Gentlemen, kindly take your seats. Thank you to all the delegates. With this, may I now invite Mr. Prabda, CEO and MD, HMEL, to deliver the welcome address.
Good morning. Good morning. Yeah. On behalf of CPMA, Mr. Kamal Nanavati, let me welcome all 922 delegates, exhibitors, industry stalwarts, policymakers to this APIC 2023, and to this vibrant, dynamic, happening land of opportunity, India. Currently, India is leading G20 presidency. Let me extend my warm welcome to our chief guest, Dr. Mansukh Mandaviya ji, Honorable Minister Health and Family Welfare, Minister for Chemical and Fertilizer, Government of India. Sir, it is under your able and dynamic leadership that our industry is charting a good growth amid global economic challenges. Your vision and initiatives have enabled us to remain focused to become self-reliant in chemicals and petrochemical products. So you have been instrumental in India's response to COVID-19, and this deserves a special mention. From the timely monitoring of pandemic to the rapid development of indigenous vaccine to the mass production and immunizations of the population of 1.2 billion is a Herculean task. And under your guidance, India has weathered the COVID-19 crisis, prioritizing lives, while at the same time ensuring that Indian economy is able to bounce back. Thank you, sir. Let me welcome our honorable guest of honor, Dr. Shri Hardeep Singh Puri ji, Minister for Petroleum and Natural Gas, and Minister for Housing and Urban Development, Government of India. Sir, we are lucky to have you with us for this conference. Under your able leadership, India saw an explosion in production area double from 7% to 14% in just 4 years. To achieve self-sufficiency, you have provided thrust to biofuels. We have gone ethanol blending from 5% to 10%, and we shall very soon go to 20% and above. Thank you, sir. We are proud to say that India has become the global refinery hub. We have exported more than 61 million tons of refined product last year, which really becomes India becoming a real petroleum hub for the world. Let me also welcome two stalwarts, Mr. Pankaj Jain, Secretary, Ministry of Petroleum and Natural Gas, and Arun Barokaji, Secretary, Department of Chemical and Petrochemicals. The territories of petroleum and petrochemical industry go hand in hand. This is evident from the gracious presence of two senior ministers and secretaries from Government of India to this APIC. India has benefited from synergy between two vital sectors of this economy. This is a great impetus. There is a great impetus from government to make India a global hub of chemical and petrochemicals very soon. The presence of Honorable two Minister today is the testament to continued policy support to this sector. This 41st edition of APEC 23 is being organized in India after 13 years. There has been a lot of changes since then. A lot of new technology, new product, new application have been developed. I'm sure each one of us who is present here is getting benefited of the interaction with each other. Come back to land of opportunity. I was amazed to see 922 delegates in this conference. This shows that India is a land of opportunity. We all know that we are growing 6%. We will touch $5 trillion very soon in 2025. Urbanization will take place very soon. 42% will live in urban areas. We have the largest working population. We all see this. That's why we are here. Come to chemical, petrochemical. Good part, we are consuming less. We consume much less than world's average. We are going to consume much more. We are growing at, petrochemical sector is growing at 7 to 8%. There is a large opportunity. You know, we were using only 50, 60 grades few years back. Now we use 200 grades. It's diversifying. This sector employs nearly 4 million people in 100,000 small-scale industry. Huge potential here. We are going to need one cracker every year for the next 5 years. You know, it's very easy to say there is a land of opportunity, easy to say that, you know, there is a conducive business environment, easy to doing business, but the real test of any policy support is it has to have an impact on the ground. As the saying goes, the proof of pudding is in eating. I can give you the live example of my company, HPCL Mittal Energy Limited. We are just in the process of commissioning 1.2 million ton dual feed ethylene cracker in Bhatinda. We started 5 years ago, and we are just commissioning that project. We got a study done by IPA, that's a US company, and they mentioned that we have benchmarked both in terms of cost and time. We didn't face any issue. We didn't face any problem. It went very smoothly. Wherever we have gone, we got full support from the government. So that's why I'm trying to tell you that, you know, this is the place we should be investing. I invite you to all take full advantage of the opportunities in India and come and join us. Thank you very much for.
Thank you so much, Mr. Prabdas. And now, it's my privilege to invite our guest of honor, Shri Hardeep Singh Puri, to address the delegates. Shri Puri has been a career diplomat. He had an illustrious career of almost 4 decades in India's foreign service. He has held some of the very important diplomatic assignments that includes India's permanent representative to the United States, ambassador to Brazil. Minister Puri holds two very important portfolios, petroleum and natural gas, and housing and urban affairs. He has been the forefront of some of important flagship schemes of Government of India such as Swachh Bharat campaign, Smart Cities mission, and energy transition through decarbonization. Please put your hands together for Shri Hardeep Singh Puri.
मंत्रिमंडल में मेरे मित्र और वरिष्ठ साथी डॉक्टर मनसुख भाई मंडविया जी, मिनिस्टर फॉर हेल्थ, मिनिस्टर फॉर केमिकल्स एंड फर्टिलाइजर्स, प्रभदास जी, who is also a former civil servant who decided to move on and serve the country in a very important manner in this sector. Shri Kamal Nanavati ji, senior functionaries of the government, my colleague in the secretary in the ministry, Pankaj Jain ji, organizing members of CPMA, members from APIC partner countries, Japan, Korea, Malaysia, Singapore, Taiwan and Thailand, delegates and ladies and gentlemen. I'm very happy to be here with you this morning. I'm relatively new to this sector, but the less than 2 years that I have spent being associated with this sector, I can say with a degree of confidence and certainly a degree of satisfaction that we are witnessing some very important strides being made by India in this sector, and therefore the hosting of the Asian Petrochemical Industries Conference Theme 2023, Ushering in a Sustainable Future, which has aptly captured the need for focusing on collaborative efforts for crafting a better future for the world, is, I think, a very apt one, very appropriate. I heard Prabdas ji say that there are 922 delegates. Is that correct? Now, I don't know what the normal turnout in an event like this is, but I think any conference of this nature which has this kind of turnout, it augurs well for both regional and international cooperation. It is customary for people like me who have, and Mansukh Bhai, who have the privilege as working as parts of Modi ji's team, to say that we are one of the fastest growing economies. But today I talk about that fact in the context of the petrochemical sector, which has made significant progress in recent years, becoming one of the largest producers of petrochemicals in the world. Now, one of the first statistics that I familiarized myself with when I joined the Ministry of Petroleum and Natural Gas was that in the coming 2 decades, that is, in the next 20 years, 25% of the global energy demand growth will come from India. Now, for a country which is 1.4 billion strong, for a country which has to manage the trilemma of availability, affordability, and sustainability, and we've demonstrated that. I think Modi ji's government demonstrated 2 very significant things, if I may be permitted to say so. When the COVID pandemic hit India, our health sector, to use a mild term, was vulnerable. I remember as civil aviation minister, we flew in 1,500 metric tons of medical supplies from outside. We distributed 943 metric tons inside. Even simple things like PPE kits, all of that was imported. And then when Mansukh Bhai assumed charge of the Ministry of Health, I was first a colleague working with him in the group of ministers which was dealing with the COVID. But when he took charge, look where we were and look where we have arrived. And that, today I don't have the statistic offhand, but it should be in the excess of 224 crores vaccine doses manufactured and distributed free throughout the country, exported. That is what a resilient Atmanirbhar India was able to do. The vaccine manufacturing in the public sector, I regrettably have to refer to that, was dismantled in the years 2004 to 14. So starting from scratch, the Honorable Prime Minister and my friend here, who was the Health Minister, we rejigged the health system. Today, it's an entirely new situation. We have two manufacturers, very well established. I remember at that time, some of my friends in across the political spectrum used to say, "Arey, iska jaldi kar diya, iska clinical trial nahi hua." The proof of the pudding is in the eating. One of the young leaders say, "Modi ji, hamare bachon ki vaccine kahan hai? See what happened." And I used to retort saying, "Rajasthan mein aapki sarkar hai, wahan to kude mein mila di aur Punjab mein aap munafakhori kar rahe hain." But the point is, today we can hold our head high and say we not only manufactured, we made it available in an affordable manner, virtually free. That is an achievement. And I think that is the highest in. Second one, when the global turbulence took place, prices skyrocketed. We did not allow the availability of energy to be affected at any point of time. Even when there were torrential rains and floods in the northeast, my colleagues, the OMCs, they ensured that their people were carrying gas cylinders on their shoulders and distributing. That, I think, is what a new resilient India is all about. The market size of the Indian chemical and petrochemicals sector, I'm told, is about $190 billion. The per capita consumption of various chemical products and segments is significantly lower compared to the developed economies, and this gap offers substantial space for demand growth and investment opportunities. The sector supports the Prime Minister's initiative of Make in India and Make for the World. Chemicals and petrochemical sector can transform India into a global manufacturing hub. India today is not only the 6th largest chemical producer in the world and the 4th in Asia, but also exports chemicals to more than 175 countries. It accounts for 13% of India's total exports. The growth of the petrochemical industry in India has been driven by several factors. One of the most important of these is the increasing demand for petrochemical products from a growing population and a rapidly expanding economy. As more and more people in India move into the middle class, they are demanding a wide range of products, many of which are made using petrochemicals. The Indian petrochemical industry has come a long way from the inception in the 1970s and is poised for transformational growth. It is expected to contribute almost 10% of the incremental growth in the global petrochemical demand in the coming years. And here I would like to point in the direction of some policy changes that we have made to boost this sector and improve the ease of doing business, including 100% FDI through automatic routes, PCPIR, Petroleum, Chemical and Petrochemicals Investment Region, Zone, and setup of infrastructure such as 10+ plastic parks, etc. The proposed new PCPIR policy will be implemented between 2020 and 35 and is expected to attract an approximate combined investment of over Indian rupees 34 lakh crores or US dollars 420 billion for the sector. India's import dependency on petrochemical intermediaries is a staggering 45%, one of the highest in the manufacturing industry. India currently is a net importer of all major petrochemicals except for benzene and polyester chips. The Indian chemical sector continues to grow at a rate of 1.2 to 1.5 times the GDP. Going forward, and if you look at the Indian GDP growth, this is not insignificant. I would say it's a commendable growth rate. Going forward, as the chemical market in India grows to become US dollars 300 billion from the current 175 billion or so, we are expecting the coming decades to bring in investments worth more than US dollars 87 billion. India is expected to account for more than 10% of the world's growth in petrochemicals. The chemicals and petrochemicals demand in India is expected to nearly triple and is expected to reach US dollars 1 trillion by 2040. There is a potential investment opportunity of $30 billion in next decade in petrochemical sector, and the Government of India is proactively addressing the present challenges and implementing several flagship initiatives to improve the overall competitiveness, quality and output of the industry. Digitalization is also one of the key trends in sector, which enables India to establish a reliable supplier in global value chains. About 80% of India's petrochemicals capacity is integrated with petroleum refineries. This gives an edge in terms of petrochemical feedstock certainty. We have increased our refining capacity from 215 million metric tons per annum in 2013-14 to 251.2 million metric tons per annum, the fourth largest in the world after the United States, China and Russia. And we have plans in place to take this from 252 million metric tons per annum to nearly 400 or 450 million metric tons per annum. In conclusion, I would like to thank the organizers of this conference for choosing such an important theme. I hope that this conference will be an excellent opportunity for us to share ideas, collaborate, and learn from each other as we work towards a sustainable future for the petrochemical industry in Asia. Thank you and Jai Hind.
Thank you very much, sir, for your insightful address. Ladies and gentlemen, I am extremely delighted to invite our chief guest, Dr. Mansukh Mandaviya, to deliver his address. Ladies and gentlemen, we are aware of the wonderful work that he's done during the COVID time. It is notable and praiseworthy. He holds a very important portfolio of health and family welfare. He took charge as the Minister of Health and Family Welfare during the very devastating second wave of COVID in mid-2021. But he has very successfully led India's COVID vaccination program. For his relentless work to the social cause, he was honored by UNICEF for his contribution to the cause of women's menstrual hygiene by using the chain of Jan Aushadhi Kendra to sell 100 million sanitary pads made with OXO biodegradable technology at a nominal price. Please, please, please put your hands together as we ask Mr. Mandaviya, Dr. Mandaviya, to share his address with us.
Present on the dais, my cabinet colleagues and Senior Minister, Government of India, Shri Hardeep Singh ji Puri ji, or global petrochemicals industries leader and esteemed participants. I'm happy to be speaking at the Asia Petrochemicals Industries Conference. As I understand, this global conference is being organized after a long time. My congratulations to CPMA for ensuring the organization of a global conference like this, as they are important for the present and future of the petrochemicals industries. Two things will be defined how. The progress journey of humanity will unfold in the years to come. First is the health of our peoples. Second is the health of our planet. Both are very much interlinked. We have gathered here to talk about the health of the planet and peoples creating sustainable industrial practices. The scale of the environmental challenges we face is known by all, but conventional approaches cannot solve the problems we face. The need of the hours is to think out of the box and invest in our young researchers, entrepreneurs, and academicians to work towards sustainable development. India is emerging as a world manufacturing of the hub. India's chemicals industries has been a global outperformer's business growth. Honorable Prime Minister clarion call, Make in India, Make for World. The Indian chemicals industries has truly been a global manufacturing statement. Friends, today, India is promoting ease of doing business, minimizing government interference. India has taken various measures which include the reduction to incorporate tax, FDI policy reform, measure for reduction in compliance burden, and policy measures to boost domestic manufacturing through phased manufacturing programs, to name a few. India is committed to becoming a trusted partner in the world in global supply chain of chemicals and petrochemicals. We are making way for free trade agreements with many countries. The ability of Indians to adopt innovation, new technology, the spirit of entrepreneurship of Indians can give new energy to every global partners of ours. So, this is the best time to invest in India and especially in the chemicals and petrochemicals industries. The government is working incessantly on policies to attract investment from domestic and foreign sources. To address the major issue of the availability of petrochemical feedstock, government has overhauled the previous PCPIR, Petroleum, Chemicals and Petrochemicals Investment Region, and is taking active steps to make necessary amendments. The production-linked incentive scheme for the chemicals is also in the planning to boost the manufacturing of critical and strategic chemicals intermediates in India. India has also launched the Gati Shakti National Master Plan to bring every stakeholder on the same platform for promoting holistic development. Under this National Master Plan initiatives, work will be done on infrastructure planning, development, and implementation in an integrated manner. This will give a new impetus to seamless connectivity and movement of goods, people and services, safe drinking water for all Indians, micro irrigation technology for efficient use of water in agriculture, Digital India, road connectivity, rail network, electric vehicles, renewable energy, affordable housing, etc. Most of the above sectors are the focus area of the government which augurs well for the plastic sector and the demand for petrochemicals in India. Friends, today India is drafting policies, taking decisions with regard to the present as well as the goals of the Amrit Kal, next coming 25 years. For this, India has set target of high growth keeping in mind welfare and wellness. This period of growth will also be green, it will also be clean, it will also be sustainable, it will also be reliable. Turning off the tap is the new mantra for reducing plastic pollution. The drive to manage plastic waste has assumed national importance and is spearheaded by none other than the Honorable Prime Minister of India himself. Other countries also face similar dilemmas of reducing plastic waste and improving recycling rates. The Indian drive to stop the production of single-use plastic and the need for cooperation to joint extended producer responsibility is gaining importance the world over. The future growth trajectory of the petrochemical industries is likely to be significantly higher than past trend. Products delivered from petrochemicals are wonder products and cost effective. This improve the quality of life and have a lower life cycle carbon footprint than their natural alternatives. The industry should pledge to manage the petrochemicals in responsible manners by taking the lead of reclaim, reuse or recycle. Petrochemicals have a future only if the growth is sustainable. It is the responsibility of all stakeholders to save the planet and growth sustainability. In the end, I would like to request the industries to work in a proactive manner to increase investment in research and development. And this is not possible only with government efforts. It requires huge industries participation. Our goal is to strengthen brand India with a focus on pro-planet peoples. In the chemicals and petrochemicals industries, we need to strengthen our partnership to achieve in the end of. Thank you. और मैं एक बात और ऐड करना चाहूँगा। हमारे चारों ओर हम देखते हैं तो पेट्रोकेमिकल्स प्रोडक्ट ये हमारा लाइफ का पार्ट बन चुका है। यहाँ हम बैठे हमारे आगे पीछे और हम जब कपड़ा पहनते हैं वहाँ से, सुबह में उठते हैं वहाँ से, जब हम सोते हैं तब तक पेट्रोकेमिकल्स प्रोडक्ट ये हमारा लाइफ का एक पार्ट बन चुका है। एंड इंडिया हैव ए ह्यूज अपॉर्चुनिटी टू इन्वेस्ट इन पेट्रोकेमिकल्स इंडस्ट्रीज। व्हाई? India is a big country, huge diversity, 1.3 billion population, emerging economy, purchase power is increased, and our government is pro-poor, pro-farmers, but industries friendly government. देश में इंडस्ट्रीज फ्रेंडली बिहेवियर और पेट्रोकेमिकल्स केमिकल्स इंडस्ट्रीज के लिए एक अच्छी इकोसिस्टम भी है। ये इकोसिस्टम का हम हमारे इंडस्ट्रीज डेवलपमेंट के लिए कैसे उपयोग करें। मुझे लगता है कि यही बेस्ट टाइम है। प्रतिवर्ष इंडिया को 1 क्रैकर की रिक्वायरमेंट है। इंडिया में इंडस्ट्रीज और इंडिया में इन्वेस्टमेंट इन इंडिया, उससे फायदा यह है, आप मल्टीनेशनल कंपनीज, ग्लोबल कंपनीज, आप कोई भी कंट्री में इन्वेस्टमेंट करने के बाद आपको एक्सपोर्ट के लिए प्रयास करना होगा। इंडिया सेल्फ इज अ बिग मार्केट। इंडिया स्वयं एक बहुत बड़ा मार्केट होने से इन्वेस्टमेंट अपॉर्चुनिटी यहाँ सबसे आपके लिए सानुकूल है। दूसरी व्यवस्था यह है, जैसा मैंने कहा, इंडस्ट्रीज फ्रेंडली बिहेवियर। हमारे यहाँ इंडिया इज ए वर्ल्ड ओल्डेस्ट एंड बिग डेमोक्रेटिक कंट्री। हमारे यहाँ इंडस्ट्रीज के साथ बिहेवियर डेमोक्रेटिक सिस्टम से होता है। अवर जुडिशरी इज गिविंग जस्टिस ऑन बेस ऑफ मेरिट। दोस्तों, सारी दुनिया में इंडिया की जुडिशरी के बारे में बहुत हकारात्मक चर्चा होती है, और इंडिया में स्किल एंड इंटेलेक्चुअल मैन पावर, इंडिया में ब्रेन पावर भी है, इंडिया में मैन पावर भी है। इस सभी का उपयोग ग्लोबल इंडस्ट्रीज कर सकती है ताकि उसको यहाँ इन्वेस्टमेंट की अपॉर्चुनिटी मिले, इंडिया की रिक्वायरमेंट पूरी हो और यहाँ से एक्सपोर्ट की भी अपॉर्चुनिटी आपको मिल सकती है। दूसरा, एक इंडिया के लिए मेक इन इंडिया के तहत इंडियन इंडस्ट्रीज एंड फॉरेन इंडस्ट्रीज दोनों के लिए विन विन सिचुएशन ये है कि आप यहाँ इंडिया में आएंगे तो जॉइंट वेंचर के लिए भी आपके लिए बहुत बड़ी अपॉर्चुनिटी है, क्योंकि नाउ एंड टुडे इंडियन कंपनीज आल्सो कैपेबल। इंडियन कंपनी, फॉरेन मल्टीनेशनल कंपनी, इंडियन कंपनी वर्क टुगेदर एंड डन जॉइंट वेंचर। ये अपॉर्चुनिटी को भी हम सकारात्मक दृष्टि से एनकेज कर सकते हैं। और जब हम दुनिया के साथ बातचीत करते हैं तो दुनिया का ये वॉइस बना है, और इन्वेस्टमेंट के लिए इंडिया को प्रायोरिटी के रूप में देखते हैं। मोदी गवर्नमेंट में लॉन्ग टाइम के लिए पॉलिसी तय की जा रही है। जब पॉलिसी शॉर्ट टाइम के लिए बनती है और जब इंडस्ट्रीज बनकर तैयार हो जाती है, तब तक पॉलिसी का इम्प्लीमेंटेशन भी खत्म होता है। आवश्यक होता है इंडस्ट्रीज फ्रेंडली बिहेवियर के लिए, और कोई इन्वेस्टर है इन्वेस्ट इंडिया में करे, उसके लिए इन्वेस्टमेंट सिक्योरिटी बहुत आवश्यक होती है। और इन्वेस्टमेंट सिक्योरिटी के लिए आज मोदी गवर्नमेंट में जो पॉलिसी फॉर्म हो रही है वो भी बहुत इंडस्ट्रीज फ्रेंडली है। यहाँ का पॉलिटिकल एटमॉस्फेयर भी इंडस्ट्रीज फ्रेंडली है। गवर्नमेंट लॉन्ग टर्म प्लानिंग के साथ आगे बढ़ रही है। जब देश आज़ादी का शताब्दी वर्ष मनाता हो उस वक्त तक का, यानी कि 25 इयर्स का लॉन्ग प्लान ऑल इंडस्ट्रीज के लिए, ऑल गवर्नमेंट सेक्टर के लिए आज बन चुका है। उसका लाभ लेके आप आइए, इंडिया में इन्वेस्ट करिए, मैन्युफैक्चरिंग करिए, और इंडिया और दुनिया में आप बिजनेस करिए। मैं मानता हूं कि ऐसा सेमिनार, उसका यही महत्व होता है। दुनिया के लोग, दुनिया के इंडस्ट्रीज साथ में बैठती है, डिस्कस करती है, डेलिब्रेशन होता है। उसके आधार पर पॉलिसी के बारे में नॉट ओनली फॉर अवर कंट्री बट आप जहां भी आपकी इंडस्ट्रीज है वहां का आपका एक्सपीरियंस ऐसे प्लेटफॉर्म पर वो शेयर होता है, और उसमें से कई न्यू लर्निंग निकलते हैं, और ये लर्निंग से आउटपुट की दिशा में हम आगे बढ़ते हैं। मैं मानता हूँ कि ये सेमिनार इंडस्ट्रीज़ के लिए बहुत उपयोगी होगा, इन्वेस्टमेंट के लिए बहुत उपयोगी होगा, ताकि भविष्य में हम हमारी इंडस्ट्रीज का भी विस्तार कर सके, नॉट ओनली फॉर इंडिया बट दुनिया की रिक्वायरमेंट भी ऐसे ही समूह और डिस्कशन डेलिब्रेशन से होती है। और पेट्रोकेमिकल्स इंडस्ट्रीज, इंडिया के लिए पेट्रोकेमिकल्स इंडस्ट्रीज में जो ह्यूज अपॉर्चुनिटी दिखाई दे रही है, उसके बारे में भी आप अवगत हुए होंगे। आप सबको मेरी ओर से हार्दिक शुभकामनाएं। धन्यवाद।
Thank you so much, sir, for inspiring us. I'm sure all our delegates must have benefited from both the addresses of our honorable ministers. May I now request Mr. Kamal Nanavati, President CPMA, to deliver the vote of thanks.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Mansukh Mandaviya ji, Union Minister of Chemicals and Fertilizers and Health and Family Welfare. Minister Shri Hardeep Singh ji Puri, Union Minister for Petroleum, Natural Gas, Housing and Urban Affairs, for your insightful addresses today. You have outlined your vision for the country and also the crucial role that emerging India can play in tomorrow's world. At this point in time, India's presidency of G20 has thus an overarching theme: one Earth, one family, one future. And the vision that you have outlined resonates with this theme. Under your able leadership, we can realistically aspire that India will provide the agenda for addressing key global challenges today, including sustainability, which is the theme of APIC 2023. Sirs, on behalf of the entire APIC fraternity, I thank both the ministers for taking your time out from your very busy schedule and with us today, and address all the participants from over 26 countries, numbering close to 950. I just correct Rabdas, it's 950 as of today. Sirs, your being here today not only provides encouragement to our industry, but also underscores the point that India is open for business and is willing to support the next wave of industrial development. Dr. Mandaviya ji just mentioned this. I also take this opportunity to thank Shri Pankaj Jain ji, Secretary, Ministry of Petroleum, Natural Gas, and Shri Arun Baroka ji, Secretary, Department of Chemicals and Petrochemicals, for your kind presence today, sir, and your unstated support to this event all throughout. Our special thanks to the media, the delegates, and sponsors for their contribution in making this event a great success. Thank you again. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. And now, before we end this session, can I please request Mr. Kamal Nanavati to kindly present a token of appreciation to Dr. Mansukh Mandaviya ji. And Mr. Prabh Das, we request you to kindly present a token of appreciation from our side to Shri Hardeep Singh Puri. Thank you so much to our honorable ministers. We value your time. Thank you so much for your presence. Thank you. Sir, even I would like to have a picture with you both.
Yeah, sure, come.
Whom do I ask?